Hello everyone, Dalton here from West Coast Roller, checking back in with you all. Hope you guys are all doing great out there. This is a very impromptu. This is the best way that I know how to do it at this point right now, just to do a live stream rather than do a video. Coming to you from Tonopah, Nevada tonight. Got a nice little spot up here on which would be the south end of town, and around a little bit here. Hey Casey, how you doing? Yeah, this is a very impromptu live stream. Like I said, I just feeling good to come on and have a little discussion, update you guys a little bit with me and what's going on. It's been a while, it's been a long time. Got my truck with me, cargo trailer. Got the Banshee in the back of the Banshee in the back of the truck right there. Get too far away from my hotspot. Let me there we go, spinning around a little bit. This is my current setup. It's an 8.5 by 14 cargo trailer. It's a very apologize for the wind. It's a very prude setup right now, and what you're seeing is everything that I own. There's my little cot set up inside. All my tools, personal belongings, all kinds of stuff. Not too much to show. It's a pretty simple camping setup right now. I sold the fifth wheel. Gonna get my tripod out here and talk to you guys. If I can get this to sorry about that. Let me see here. Okay guys, again, apologize for kind of short notice, and this is, like I said, a very impromptu video. I just felt like time is right to come out and talk to you guys and let you know what's been going on, and just getting my in my tripod here, talk to you guys for a bit and just, you know, have a little chat and kind of probably I don't know, just talk to you guys. You know, it's been a long time. I pretty much dropped off the map about a year ago. I think I've pretty much lost track of how long it's been. I don't really care how long it's been. It's just been a while. Setting up my tripod here, bear with me. Okay, got the tripod set up. Okay, should have done this before I started the video. That's it. Okay, so that's set up. Daylight is burning. I don't have a whole lot of daylight left, but I guess when the daylight starts going down, I'll just take it inside. I do have a pretty good signal up here where I'm at right now in Tonopah, Nevada, up here on the hill. Those of you guys familiar with Tonopah probably know this spot. It's a really nice spot. It's going to be cold tonight. It's going to get down to about probably 28 degrees tonight, a little cool. Um, so yeah, guys, here I am. Ta-da! I really don't even know where to start, like talking. You know, I've been haven't been doing any. I haven't done anything. Haven't done anything since last July, since the last video you guys saw me. I pretty much just kind of went off the map, went into the dark side a bit, and I was getting kind of tired of. I didn't really like this wind. I know you guys are getting wind noise out here. I'm sorry. I don't have my mics and stuff set up. Like I said, very impromptu, very old school style video here. Probably ought to just go inside the truck and do it. Yeah, guys, I just pretty much kind of left you guys. Really didn't like a lot of the videos I was putting out about a year ago. I just kind of lost interest in a lot of things, and I just kind of got, I just didn't like it. Didn't like the content I was putting out. I just didn't like it. Just wasn't feeling good. Been going through, you know, a lot of stuff, a lot of personal stuff. I've had some depression I've been dealing with. Definitely doing better, you know, definitely doing better with stuff. It's just been a weird time in my life, you know, just going through a lot of different things, a lot of changes, like all of us do, you know. Our lives are full of a lot of seasons, you know, and we all go through seasons, and some are freaking awesome, and some really suck bad, you know, and some you're just trying to figure out what the hell am I going to do now, you know, what the hell am I going to do next. And so last year, you know, just a lot of disappointments with a lot of things, a lot of stuff kind of built up. And again, I don't really, I'm a positive thinker. And so, but yet you can be as positive as you want, but there's going to be shit that happens in life. It's going to really suck, and it's going to kind of take you out for maybe a bit, you know, and you got to kind of come back to the center again, as I like to say. But I really do feel that, you know, your biggest disappointments and your biggest challenges, they're really nothing more than setting you up for the next big thing, because there's so much learning and growth that happens during those times. You learn more about yourself. You learn more about the things that you could have done better, you know, as long as you don't quit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as long as you don't quit, you just got to keep getting back up again, like I'm doing with this video right now. Getting back up again, getting back into the ring, and communicating. So yeah, it's just you just got to brush yourself off and just step back into the ring. So again, I sold my fifth wheel last January. I've been down wintering in Arizona for the winter. I've been down there since about December. Took my fifth wheel down to Yuma, put it on the park and sell lot. Had it sold in a week. Sold it for more money than I paid for it, you know, which was really nice. The COVID, you know, made the prices of everything go up. So, but yeah, guys, pretty much what I showed you earlier in the video. This is what I'm rolling with for right now. Just in kind of a weird, not a weird place. It's not a weird place. It's a good place. It's a place of reinvention. You know, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do next, where I'm going to do that next, and just making those changes that I need to make, you know. So let me just, I know there's been a lot of people got some comments here. And there we go. Just reading you guys' comments here. What's up, Casey? What's up, Scott? RV Bandwagon. Hey, Darla, how are you? It's good to see you. And that wind is kind of really messing up the sound. I'm probably going to bring this inside. Yeah. So there's the Banshee for all you Banshee fans out there. Went and was ripping that down in Yuma for a bit. Took it out in Glamis for the first time, and ripped it down in the desert for a bit. That was a lot of fun. And again, here's my my trailer setup. I really don't have much to show. It's a very disorganized setup right now because I've just been in the in-between stages of just making plans and deciding what I'm going to do. So this is just more or less a storage trailer, but it's been my little home home this past couple of months, and it's actually been pretty good. I think I'm going to bring this inside so the wind won't be as bad on you guys. Hang on a second. Okay, inside the truck. And so yeah, guys, just reading some of your comments. So yeah, I just wanted to come and chat with you guys just for a bit, just say hello. And I know there's been a lot of you that have reached out to me and asked, and I that's really the first thing that I should have said is I just wanted to thank you guys. Thank you all that have just reached out. There's been a few of you, and you know who you are, and it definitely it's good to know that people care, and that just people are interested, just want to know how you're doing. And I know a lot of you have asked about me, and so yeah, guys, it's just been a period of quiet for me, and just a lot of and then anyways, I mean, I haven't even gone into a lot. There's just been a lot of stuff that's happened, just over last year. Just I've had a lot of personal stuff, relationship stuff, some falling outs with people. I've had some family stuff, some drama, just a whole bunch of stuff. It's just kind of a very weird time for me. But then nonetheless, also those weird times, like I just mentioned earlier, those are opportunities for growth, and change. And that is always the one constant thing in life is change, and change is always happening, and we are changing as we get older. I'm certainly not the same person I was when I was, 22. I've changed a lot, and I'm continuing to change. And so, and I think that I kind of really feel that, this YouTube channel, I think for me, to be honest with you, I think for up to this point, it's been really practice. It's been a lot of practice for me. I kind of feel like I'm just getting started. I really do with what I'm doing and what I've been doing. I'm just kind of getting started. It's this being out here on the road and traveling and everything, it's taught me a lot. It's taught me a lot. I think the first thing that I've learned is that less is more, and less is more, less is more, less is more. When I first came out here in 2016 and I saw all these people living in vans, and I thought, these people are crazy. Why do they live in a van? Well, I get it now. I definitely get it now. And so I think that I don't think I'm going to be a traveling nomad, but my best advice of what I've learned is if you're going to do the nomad thing, man, you want to be light, you want to be lean, you want to be as lean and light as possible. You don't want to be dragging all this crap around. I dragged my fifth wheel all the way to Kentucky, and then all the way back to Oregon, and then all the way back to Arizona. And I will never do that again. I will never want to drag a big, large rig like that around. It was great to go and travel and visit parts of the country, but I would never do it again in a large rig like that because I just wasn't able to stop and really get out and see things that I really wanted to see. Because with a large rig like that, you got to park it somewhere. And I really realized the huge value of just having a very light and lean setup. And that's certainly what I'm doing right now is kind of one example of it. However, I'm still dragging around way more crap than I need right now. It's absolutely, honestly ridiculous the amount of shit that I'm hauling around right now, but it is what it is. And I really haven't even shared, I haven't shared hardly anything. There's a lot more to this story. You're probably asking questions. Why do you have all your stuff with you? And on it goes. And I haven't even shared the whole story, but I don't even think I'll be able to even share the entire story or of what's kind of happened between now and all the little things. But I am doing good and I am feeling better, feeling refreshed. Yeah, it's been a real crazy time. With just personal stuff. And then of course, all the stuff going on in the world and trying to make sense of it and trying to figure out what I'm going to do, and I've come to some realizations for myself. I think I definitely want to share more about that. I don't know if now is the right time to do that, but, guys, I guess the one big thing that I'll share, I think it's really important. I think it's one thing that's important to talk about is just your dream, like we're living in times right now where I feel like if you don't have a dream or you've lost your dream or like you're headed to a bad place. And, because they don't, with all the stuff that's going on right now, and just in our society in general, it just seems like people are kind of like quitting and giving up and losing hope. And the cure for that is a dream. Okay. And it's a dream for whatever it is. And I'm certainly, I don't have everybody's dream is going to be different. I mean, maybe it's the dream to get yourself out of poverty, maybe that is the dream. I mean, it could be a small dream, getting in great shape. I mean, it could be a lot of different dreams, but the importance of having a dream. And I know that that's been one obstacle for me that certainly blocked me, for a while, because we get so caught up in trying to maintain things and maintain what we have. And when the reality is we need a dream, we need something that gets us excited every day and gets us like raring out of bed to be excited again in our lives about something. And I really feel that there's a lot of conspiring going on right now, I don't know. It's just, anyways, that's the one little seed that I'll kind of plant is a dream. And don't give up on your dreams. And I know I've given up on some of my dreams, but that's okay. It's okay if you've given up. Maybe you've quit on some things. You can always start back up again. You can always reignite that flame that you once had. And so that's something I'm really focused on right now is getting a dream, just getting something that really gets me excited again. I think the best example for that was this YouTube channel when I started in the beginning back in 2014. And while a very small dream that I had, which would live on the Oregon coast, I did it. It was a dream I had, since I was a kid, and I did. I achieved it. I lived it. Looking back, I didn't really execute on things that I didn't execute on things. It was a somewhat poorly executed. I tend to be a little hard on myself, which isn't good. But nonetheless, that was a dream that I had, and I was really excited about it, and I was in a really good place for a while, and then I probably needed to set another bigger dream, okay, something that would get me excited again, and so that's kind of I'm definitely in that place right now of reigniting a new dream. So I've rambled on about that, but that's been one thing I have become aware of on my little sabbatical here, off of YouTube, not posting any content and just kind of being by myself, being alone, and really contemplating on a lot of things. And I've just come to the place that, I mean, we got to have a dream, guys. We got to have a dream, and that's going to be the thing that's going to get us through these really challenging and difficult times that we're living in, just in society and socially, economically, politically, everything. It's just having a big dream. It gets us fired up every day that we're willing to fight for. We're willing to die for it, you know. And so that's my probably my it's my big message tonight. And I hope you're feeling me. I hope you're feeling me with that. And I hope that you know, it's okay if you've quit and you've given up. It's okay. You can get back up again. It's okay, man. You know. So anyways, I'm here read some of you guys' comments here. Man, I am so far gone out of this tech world. Just going back, cruising through the comments, answering any questions. I just became, I like this one. You did not disappear. You just became normal for a while. Yeah, yes. Yeah. Now I think so. You know, it's there's a lot of value in just kind of going away. I don't know how to disappearing, I guess, for disappearing, you know, for a while and really getting some clarity, you know, getting clarity in your life. And for some people, they can do it in 30 days. For others, it can take months. It's a process, but yeah, it's a really big deal. It's a huge thing to do. And I recommend it for all of you, you know. Hey Robert, it's good to see you. Started watching you with the truck camper. We both started truck driving about the same time. I'll be going full time soon. No matter what happens, it's all about attitude. Yes, it is all about attitude and going after your dream, you know. You know, I mean, let's give it up. Let's give it up to the OG out there, Adventure Van Man. Okay. By the way, I was at Adventure Van Man's get together in Quartzsite for a couple of days. That was really cool. Sat around the campfire with the crew, and it was awesome to go give some support to Adventure Van Man. But the reason I brought him up is what is his tagline? Follow your dreams. Follow your dreams. Okay, there's that word again, dreams. And so, yeah, it's important, you know, and it is the American spirit. It's always been the American way, having a big dream that you go after. How big, how small, whatever it is, but something that gets you excited and gets you fired up, you know, and, you know, go, you know, get after it. Don't let all this, oh man, not going to get into it. Just all this craziness going on, hold you back or, you know, put you down, man, because, that's not the way it's supposed to be. You know, we still, I mean, America still, you know, it's still one of the best places to be. If you can't do it here, I don't know, think you're going to be able to do it anywhere else, you know. I've got friends right now. I've got one good friend who's moving to the Philippines, and he's going to be he's living overseas in the Philippines, and I'm really happy for him. I'd like to get an interview with him, and talk about that. But anyways, that was his dream. You know, that's a dream. So yeah, guys, it's cheaper to dream than to do, and much easier. Hey, Elena. Totally left field. Hey, buddy, what's going on? Hey, great to see you again. Hey, great to see you, man. I hope you're doing well. My friend from Canada. Yeah. So yeah, guys, it's been a long time away. You know, I've and I know that I'm not the only one. You know, I follow a lot of other people, and you know, there's been a lot of crazy, I don't know, just a lot of people have kind of checked out a bit from a lot of other, you know, nomads. Okay, I'm going to throw this one in here. I saw 2012 Escapee 1 this morning. I'm not going to, in Nevada, okay, but I'm not going to say where, but I saw her and her rig. So she is still out there. If any of you are wondering, I spotted her rig and her Suzuki Samurai this morning, which I was happy to see, because I know she's been somebody who doesn't post anymore. And, you know, she's been around for a long time. You know, the other one that kind of rings a bell for me is Jamie from Enigmatic Nomadics. You know, he the engine in his school bus burned up, you know, and kind of he hit some hard times, and you know, and I know that you know, for better or for worse, you know, being out here on the road, it hard times, you know, can happen, and so it's very real, and you've got to kind of, you know, it kind of sucks. But anyways, yeah, Jamie, he was a real inspiration for a lot of people, and he did a lot. He helped a lot of people out, and it was just kind of sad, kind of sad to see. You know, he was kind of the real, you know, one of the real original gangsters of posting, you know, nomad content, and he was very courageous in his efforts out there, working on probably limited means, but he was able to pull through. You know, and he did some amazing things. But I was just kind of sad that, you know, he had to kind of walk away from his bus. And I watched, you know, been following and watching along. But anyways, just giving a shout out, you know, giving respect to people that deserve a lot of respect, at least from my point of view out there. But anyways, yeah, I'm just, you know, I'm not the only one who's been just kind of quiet and you know, just going through things. But yeah, you know, when I left you guys last July, I pretty much left Kentucky and went to Arkansas, visited a friend that I've known for a while in Arkansas, and then we had a falling out. crazy stuff. Really sad, but anyway, so I ended up moving on from there, and just kind of traveled through some of the Midwest. Went to Utah for a bit. You know, it kind of sucks because I didn't film anything, and I kind of regret that, because just because you film something doesn't mean you need to post it to the internet. You can kind of like hold on to that content, like, duh, you know what I'm saying? But I've just really haven't really been in a place of just having that same kind of excitement and drive to, you know, film content. And I've just been working on other things, other stuff, other personal things in my life. But yeah, I pretty much I ended up going back to all the way back to the Northwest. Um, Drove through some country that I've, never been through. Went back to Oregon, went back to Washington and visited my family for a little bit. And then the other, and then the rest of the story, it gets crazier and crazier. I ended up taking a job in Tonopah, Nevada, where I'm at right now. This was back in September, and it was a truck driving job, and so I got the job, and I went through about a month's worth of training in the month of October, and then I was told that the store wasn't going to open. It kept getting postponed. Basically, the job kept getting postponed, and I ended up just bailing on it altogether, just for a variety of reasons. Um, the big one is in my not in my my noviceness of RVing in cold weather, I thought I could live up here in Tonopah in my fifth wheel during the winter. No, Tonopah is 6,000 feet of elevation, and I basically got to a point. This would have been in December, where I had no water. My fresh tanks had froze. I was at a point where I couldn't use water in my RV because it just gets so cold here. And so I was kind of thinking that I could have made it through, and I maybe could have done some better if I had a heated water hose and I had skirted the outside of the fifth wheel. I might have been able to make it through. But I came to my own conclusion, and I said, screw this. I got to get the hell out of here. This is not going to work. And I just decided that being all the way out here, I was going to be living out here. It was just going to be too lone wolf, because you are hours and hours of driving away from anything major. Tonopah does have a Rayleigh's grocery store and a Family Dollar, but that's it. And so they're very limited on shopping. And so it was just going to be a lone wolf situation. And so I just entirely bailed on it. And I'm happy with my decision of doing that. And then, so at that point I said, I'm just going to sell the fifth wheel and just going to move on, downsize some things. And that's what I did. And just spent the rest of the winter down in Arizona, Quartzsite, a little bit of Parker, mostly in Quartzsite. I was down in Yuma, down there in the American Girl Mine. I was down there for about a month, with some of my other friends. So that was a whole lot right there that I just said. Some of you are probably spinning around trying to make sense of what I just said. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to make sense of what I just said. There we go, Scott. Hunt your dream, grab it, take it, control it, and own it. Yes. Yeah. And I will definitely give some credit where credit's due. And you definitely inspired me to think more about that, because I know that is how you think. You do think on the level of a big dream, and creating that, manifesting that, thinking about it, constantly thinking about it, writing it down, and more importantly, knowing that you will achieve your dream. And that's the other part of it. But yeah, it is so important, because I just find that today, between events happening and social media, we're just constantly being distracted, and our attention is being splattered like everywhere. And what we need to do is focus our attention. I feel focus our attention like a laser beam on what it is that we want and not on what we don't want, because we're going to, keep attracting that. People talk about the law of attraction, and yes, I think that, these concepts are really important, but the bottom line is with all of these things is it requires work. It requires effort, and don't let anybody mislead you and bullshit you into thinking that you can just, sit around and go on top of a mountain and, think your way to success or think your way to whatever, at the end of everything. It's just all about work. If you don't like the results in your life, in any area of your life, it always comes back to work. If you're, you got to keep going until you get a yes. If you're being rejected, good. Keep going. Okay. My ranting and rambling is over. Stick with Dave. I missed your truck camper. Yeah. I have had, I've had thoughts all over the board. I've thought about just hanging up and just kind of getting out of the whole RV, the whole RV living. And, I've been looking at truck campers, but I'm a little bit on the fence with kind of buying another one. Just for a variety of reasons. I think if I was to get anything else, I mean, the truck camper would, because of this truck that I currently have, which it's getting up there in age and miles. I've had a couple of issues here, with it this trip, kind of small stuff. I had one of these, I was going to make a video about this. One of these are transmission cooler lines. And, I had one of them began to leak. Okay. This, my friends, is one of these problems that can leave you stranded on the side of the road. If you got a transmission line that, breaks, and these hoses are kind of special. This is called a quick connect, and it quick connects onto, this is a transmission oil cooler line. I'm segueing here off to a different subject, but I might as well continue on the story while I'm talking about it. So it started leaking in here, in this area. And those of you not familiar with these, they're called quick connect connectors. There's an O-ring inside, and you squeeze these two things together, and this hose just comes off, and you just slide it on, it snaps on. So I bought a new one of these from Napa, and I put it on, drove a few hundred miles with it, and it started leaking again. And so today I pulled it off and looked at it, and it appears that the metal cooler line has a worn groove in it. So what's happening is the oil is getting around the O-ring through that worn groove. So, these are these kind of problems you can have out here on the road. So what I ended up doing today is I went down to Napa and bought some stock of oil cooler hose and a seal clamp. And I just pushed the hose over the flange and tightened it up, and it hasn't been leaking as of right now. I need to put some more miles on it. But so yeah, transmission oil cooler lines, hoses, these kind of things can really leave you stranded on the side of the road. You inspired me to make this this far right here, right now. Hey, good. Yeah, well, hey man, I kind of, like I said, I'm kind of thinking up to this point, it's been practice, man. This has been practice, I don't even think you, me, and a lot of other people, we haven't even made it, we haven't even made it big yet. We've just been practicing and figuring out our groove and figuring out where we, trying to put a round, a round peg into a round hole. We've been trying to, figure things out. And I know that, that is one of the struggles that I have had, and I think every person who's a nomad or anybody who lives a, I don't like to call it an alternative lifestyle, but people that break out of the norm and, try new things, get out of the mainstream, you get out of the 9 to 5, you get out of the rat race for a while. There's going to be a lot of trial and error and figuring shit out. And from my experience, you can read all of the books, you can go to all of the seminars, you can listen to all the greatest prophets of our time. But the real learning begins when you get out there in life and you do shit. And you fail and you get back up again and you succeed and you win. You will win as long as you don't quit. You just got to keep getting back up again. But there will be times like I have been in and gone through where there's going to be some dark times where shit's going to get real and it's going to get scary and you're not really knowing what you're doing. And then you start questioning why you're doing what it is you're doing. And then your brain will start coming up with all kinds of crazy reasons, and then regret starts sinking in and like, oh, well, I could have, should have, would have, I could have, should have done this. I could have. And then you start thinking about your past and, what you did do. And well, I could have done it differently. And, it's just so ridiculous, all the crazy psychological stuff that we put ourselves through. And the reality is that there's nothing that we can do about what happened in the past. There's nothing at all. The only thing we can do is go to work. From here on, we can go to work, and then we can also not repeat our past mistakes. That is something that we have some enormous control over. So I kind of, for me, what helps me out a lot is calling a lot of what I've done practice. And so, and I'm just getting started, there's a lot of people who are really old. I'm 45. And so it's real easy to, get down on yourself. And then you go on YouTube and, you watch these young kids who are, 22 years old and they're doing all this amazing stuff, and you're like, man, like, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't that smart enough when I was your age, but then again, the times we're living in are a lot different than they were 20 or 30 years ago. The access that we have today to information and anything, it is literally infinite, and most of it is free. There's just no excuses. So, I think that a lot of the young kids today, they really understand the world that we're living in. And then of course, old guys like me, I'm not that old, but a lot of us older folks, we have to unlearn and unprogram or deprogram ourselves of a lot of things that we believe to be true that simply are not true anymore. Our beliefs and our biases that we have, we have to kind of we have to get rid of that crap because it doesn't simply apply to life today, So that's kind of another thing that I've certainly am very, very, very much aware of right now. Hey, what's going on, Mary? Good to see you. Good to see you. So yeah, I didn't really, what else? Yeah, I didn't really see anybody else down here. This winter, I've pretty much, a lot of it, I've just kind of been out by myself, just doing stuff. Yeah. Well, that's pretty much, at least my first attempt at coming out of the dark and back into the light and communicating with all of you guys. And just like to take the time to thank you all for just your support and all of the friendships that I've made over the course of several years. I really do appreciate it. I've met some amazing people, and every single one of you that I've met, I've learned something from, and I've grown from, and it's really just been amazing. You can't put a value on it, at all. It doesn't. It's it's worth a lot to me. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm just kind of still here. We are April. I was down there in about a week ago. I was in Saddle Mountain BLM, just outside of Phoenix, and it was starting to get really hot down there, kind of in the 90s. So I've been slowly making my way back north again. I really just don't. I'm still kind of trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I don't know. I guess I can kind of blare a little bit, but I don't know. I've had some crazy thoughts. I've been thinking about maybe moving to Florida. Kind of maybe going back to the Northwest and kind of selling off most of my stuff I have and just kind of going to a new place, a different place. I've been kind of doing a lot of research on other places. I've had thoughts about going back to the coast, going back to Florence again. I just know that if I go back there again, I really got to have I've just been really trying to think through with my plans and what I'm going to do. And I know that if I do go back there again, I just got to be a lot more aggressive with what I'm doing and the businesses that I do. But I don't know. I'm trying to grow and expand myself, trying to, break myself out of a comfort zone and trying to reinvent, myself and in a lot of different ways. Trying to think bigger, dream bigger, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. So truth has not changed, but take it easy, bud. That's right, man. Yeah. The truth is always, always the truth. However, in today's world, we're living in crazy times where, to me, it just feels like we've taken truth and we've put it into a jar and we've shaken it up and we've just dumped it out. And everything just feels like it's just been turned upside down, right now. And so, and I think that's, part of the plans that the powers that be, just trying to really disrupt things and disrupt people's lives and, not necessarily for the better. So you have to be in charge of your life and you got to be in charge of control your destiny. Nobody cares, more about your success than you do. And so, you've got to fight, you got to fight for it. You definitely got to fight for it. Hey, Darla. Thanks. Yeah, it's been a wild ride. But it's been a good ride here, and I'm just going on to the next chapters here, and making it happen. But I see you and Bill are definitely out there making it happen, and I see what you're doing with the gate guarding, and that's really really cool. And I think you're also helping a lot of other people get involved and teach and educate and inspire and tell people how it is. So I think that's a really cool thing that you and Bill are doing, and also with the fireworks. So I'm not sure if you're going to be doing that. If you're going to be doing that again. It sounded like you are on the last live that I watched. The sun is going down. Yeah, it's already gone down a little bit out here. It's actually a really pretty spot up here, I think. I'm not sure if this is BLM or not, but nobody's going to bother you, up here. It's actually, I think, would be a great place to be in the summertime. And then, the town is just right over there. So there's a grocery store within walking distance from here in the Family Dollar. Tonopah's, it's not a bad town. It's got, a Napa Auto Parts. It's got a landfill that's free. You can dump your trash for free. That's kind of something different. It's just like that way out in the middle of nowhere. You drive out there and you just dump your stuff, and they go out with a bulldozer and crush it. That's just how they do it out here in these towns. These rural Nevada towns. It's pretty cheap to live here. I was renting a lot out here in a community, and I was paying $175 a month plus utilities. So the utilities were on my bill, the water and the power. The water was hooked up to sewer, so they charged you a sewer fee. It's like $30 a month, and then water was like $10 a month, so it was like $40 a month. Well, yeah, between 30 and 40 for water, and then the power was, well, it was getting expensive in the wintertime because I was running electricity. I was running my electric heater, and that was getting really expensive. I think I had a $200 power bill when I was up here. But there are some places where you can live, pretty cheap up here, but it is definitely it's pretty lone wolf. You're 3.5 hours from Reno, you're 3.5 hours from Vegas. But if you kind of just like being out in the middle of nowhere, it's a pretty good place. I was up here during Thanksgiving, and they have a convention center here, and they were offering free Thanksgiving dinners, or they were cooking a Thanksgiving dinner, and they were basically offering it, to the community, and they were taking some donations. And it was good. They had a really nice dinner. It was a great Thanksgiving dinner, and some really good people up here. They do have a small library. It's not a bad town. There's just, there's not much up here, and whatever is up here, it's expensive. The food and stuff in the grocery store is definitely marked up. There is a hardware store here in town, and real nice, local people that own it. So yeah, I can say that I lived in Tonopah, Nevada for a bit. But I think it's just definitely part of this journey in life is it's trying things out. And sometimes you can have a great plan and it can not work out, and when you think it can work out, but it just ends up not being a plan that's just it's going to work for you. Sometimes you think you can do things, and then you realize this is not for me. I want to be around more people. I want to be I'm just saying some examples, and some of these are true for me. I know I like to be around people, and I think I want to be more accessible to things. That's something that's important to me. Um, I think the other thing that I've realized too, through just a lot of traveling and going to different places, and um, some things may cost more. You might like living somewhere, and I think some of us, we have this fantasy in our head. We think that moving to a cheap area or a cheap place, is going to like make everything better, and we're going to be really happy and everything. And maybe for some it is, but I think for a lot of people, they find out and they realize that, like, no, I mean, I would be better off living in a place where I want to live, and just, if it costs more money, then it just costs more money. I figure out what it takes to, I just pay the extra fee, pay the extra taxes. I don't know. I just kind of really feel that way now with some things, and just through a lot of my traveling, experience. Um, there's some places I travel through, and I wouldn't want to live there. um, but then again, everybody's going to be different about that. It's been I have been living without a refrigerator. So I've been eating a lot of dry foods, things I can cook with water, fruit. Um, that's been kind of something a little bit different for me. Getting kind of tired of that though. I miss having meats and cheese, and but kind of getting yourself off of certain things that you take for granted. There's something special about that. When you go without, you tend to kind of find you appreciate things more when you go without. So we're at about an hour now. I think I'm going to end the stream. It's been good to chat in. Well, it's the season of Lent. That's right. It's the season of Lent. That's right. What did you give up? What did you give up? So anyways, guys, yeah, I've been rambling on for a bit here, and talking your ears off, letting you know what's been going on with me. And I hope you guys are all doing well out there. And just remember that, if you're down, just, don't give up, man. Don't give up if you're down. Keep going. If you need help, seek help. That's something that could be a good thing to do. But just don't let these times we're in get you down. Don't let these times get you down, man. It's just so easy to do today. And just stay positive, and really, I just encourage you to think about your dream again, and to think about what gets you excited, and like what really just gets you excited. I mean, really start to really hone in and think about that stuff, guys, because it just doesn't change. It doesn't matter how crappy the times we're in. There's a good book that I've been reading, and it's called Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. And that's been like a really good read. And there's just some really good truths in there, about meaning and purpose, and all of these things that, like, they're so important that, we need in our lives. And I just, if you're struggling right now, just know that you aren't alone, and that, people do care. I care. I care about you guys a lot. And we have to come together. That's the biggest thing. We all got to come together. We can't be divided. It's not gonna do anybody any good, we gotta come together, and we gotta love, and we gotta respect each other. That's just it. It's always gonna come back to that. But we are powerful. We're very, very powerful when we are united, and we do, we come together. We all pretty much want the same things, maybe some different versions of it. But I know when I talk to people who are different than me or beliefs, hey, they want the same things I want. It's just a little different. We have so much in common with each other, and so don't let them break us apart. Don't let them divide us. So I think that's all I'm going to say for tonight. And I'm signing off, guys, and I'll talk to you see you next time. Good night.